Welcome students to my class today. We are discussing the section increasing and decreasing functions and the problems on that topic. Today we will study nature of function in a given interval. The question is, prove the function f given by fx equals to x cubed minus 3x square plus 3x minus 100. This is increasing in R. In R. Look, here df is R because polynomial function defined for all real numbers x. Here f dash x is 3x square minus 6x plus 3. If you take common 3, then the x square minus 2x plus 1, you get 3 into x minus 1 whole square. This is greater than equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. So you can conclude fx is increasing in R. Okay? Next question. This was a simple one. Next. Let us go to the question. F given by fx equals to tan inverse sin x plus cos x. And we have to study the nature of the function in 0 to pi by 4 and in pi by 4 to pi by 2 separately. For this, first find f dash x. One by 1 plus x square into cos x minus sin x. You can write it as minus root 2 sin of x minus pi by 4. By 1 plus sin x plus cos x whole square. Now, when x belongs to this, when x belongs to open 0 to pi by 4, this implies x is more than 0, less than pi by 4. So your x minus pi by 4 will lie between minus pi by 4 to 0. So in this portion, sign of this is negative. This is also negative. So you can say this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 4 because this is positive. So you can say fx is increasing in this part 0 to pi by 4. And then in the next part, that is pi by 4 to pi by 2, when x belongs to pi by 4 to pi by 2, that means x is more than pi by 4, less than pi by 2. X minus pi by 4, so this will lie between 0 to pi by 4. In this portion, sign is positive, here it is minus root 2, denominator is positive, so you can say this is less than 0 for all x belongs to the second interval, pi by 4 to pi by 2. So your conclusion will be fx is decreasing in the second interval. question. Suppose f is a function given by fx equals to 4 sin x by 2 plus cos x minus x. You have to show this function is increasing in 0 pi by 2. Increasing in 0 pi by 2 you have to show. So first find f dash x. Take outside 4. Two plus cos x whole square sin x is derivative cos x into 2 plus cos x minus derivative of denominator is minus sin x, so this will be plus sin x into sin x, that is this becomes sin square and minus 1, so this will become cos square plus sin square 1 plus 4 into 2 cos x plus 1 by 2 plus cos x whole square. Take 2 common outside, 8 into cos x plus half by 2 plus cos x whole square. Oh, this minus 1 is missing. Here is minus 1. 2 plus cos x whole square. Here it will become 8 cos x plus 4 minus 4 minus cos square x minus 4 cos x. So ultimately become 4 cancel, 4 cos x minus cos square x, 4 cos x minus cos square x. So if you take 4 cos x common, you get 1 minus cos x. 4 cos x minus, no, you can take 4 common, cos x common, you can take common cos x, you get 4 minus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square. 4 minus cos x is always positive because maximum value of cos x is plus 1, so 4 minus 1, so it is always positive. This is also positive, so the sign of f dash x only depends on cos x. Your given interval is 0 to pi by 2. Here cos x is positive, so you can write this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, so you can conclude fx is increasing in 0 to pi by 2. Next question. A function f given by fx equals to 10x minus 4x. You have to show this is strictly decreasing in minus pi by 3 to pi by 3. Open. Strictly decreasing in open minus pi by 3 to pi by 3. Find f dash x. This is x square x minus 4 cos square x LCM, so you get 1 minus 4 cos square x. Take minus 4 common, minus 4 by cos square x, you get cos square x minus 1 by 4. So this will ultimately gives you minus 4 by cos square x into cos x plus half into cos x minus half. You are given this interval. So now x belongs to open minus pi by 3 to plus pi by 3. This gives so cos x will lie between minus half to plus half. So when cos x lies between minus half to plus half, this product becomes less than 0. Right. X plus half into x minus half less than 0, this gives this. So this product becomes less than 0 and here it is negative. So ultimately you get this is greater than 0. What happened? No, there is a mistake. Let us draw the graph here. Graph is very useful every time. This is minus pi by 2, this is plus pi by 2. So here it is minus pi by 6, here it is plus pi by 6. So when x varies between minus pi by 6 and plus pi by 6, then value of cos x varies between half and 1. Cos x will be more than half, less than 1. So when cos x varies between half and 1, then cos x plus half, this is positive, this is also positive. But here it is minus, so this will be less than 0. Less than 0 for all x belongs to minus pi by 3 and plus pi by 3. So our conclusion is fx is strictly decreasing in this interval. Next, let us go to the question. A function f given by fx equals to x square minus x sin x. X square minus x sin x. You have to show this is an increasing function in 0 to pi by 2. This is an increasing function in the interval 0 to pi by 2. For this, get its derivative f dash x. This is 2x minus 1 to sin x plus x into cos x. This will become 2x minus sin x plus x cos x. But look, we have no knowledge to say this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. For this, we consider it another function gx. Say, now get derivative of that function. Gx becomes 2 minus cos x minus 1 into cos x minus x into sin x. So this will give you 2 minus 2 cos x plus x sin x. take 2 common, 2 into 1 minus cos x plus x sin x. Now when x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, then 1 minus cos x is positive as well as x into sin x is positive. So you can say this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. So you can say gx is increasing in 0 to pi by 2. Next, we know trigonometric functions sin x and cos x are continuous everywhere, and we know polynomial function x is also continuous. So product of polynomial function and trigonometric function sin x, this is continuous, and the total thing g dash x is here. The total thing gx is here continuous. So gx is continuous at 0. G is increasing in 0 to pi by 2, as well as g is continuous at 0. So now you can conclude gx greater than g0 when x greater than 0. If we can say gx greater than g0, what is g0? What is g0? Gx greater than g0. G0 means you have to put x equals 0 here. This is 2 into 0, 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 into cos 0, 0. So total 0. So you get gx greater than 0. Your gx is f dash x. So ultimately you will get f dash is greater than 0. So you find f dash is greater than 0 for all x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Now you can conclude that fx is increasing in 0 to pi by 2. Okay. Next, an important question frequently asked in exam papers. Show x by x plus 1 this is less than ln of x plus 1, this is less than x for all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. For this we consider two functions. Say fx equals this minus this, that is ln of x plus 1 minus x by x plus 1, and gx equals to this minus this, x minus ln of x plus 1. Let us write it as ln of x plus 1 minus x plus 1 minus 1. So this will be 1 minus 1 by x plus 1. So you get ln of x plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 by x plus 1. Therefore your f dash x will be 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square. So this will become x plus 1 whole square. So x plus 1 minus 1, that is x by x plus 1 whole square. Now look here, df, domain of definition for the function f. What is df? df is minus 1 to infinity, minus 1 to infinity, and in this interval the function is continuous. So now see, in the interval 0 to infinity you can say this is positive. This is greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. Therefore, fx is increasing in 0 to infinity. Fx is now f is increasing in 0 to infinity, and f is continuous at 0. Therefore, fx greater than f0 when x greater than 0. What is f0? Put x equals 0 here, lean on 0, this is 0. So f0 is 0, so you get fx greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. So ultimately you get, I am erasing this part. You have considered fx is that ln of x plus 1 minus x by x plus 1, this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to this. So you can write x by x plus 1 less than ln of x plus 1 for all x belongs to 0 to infinity. So this part has been established. Next, our target is to prove this part. So we get derivative of gx now. Our gx is that here also the domain of g, this is minus 1 to infinity, superset of this. G dash x is 1 minus 1 by x plus 1. X plus 1 LCM, x plus 1 minus 1, x by x plus 1. Look, when x belongs to this interval, this is greater than 0. For all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. Now, gx is continuous in this interval. So, you can say gx greater than g0 when x greater than 0, because g is increasing. You have shown g dash x greater than 0. So from this conclude g is increasing in 0 to infinity, and g is also continuous at 0. Therefore, gx greater than g0. G is greater than, what is g0? Put 0 here, you get 0. G is greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. So what you have considered gx? You have considered this, that is x minus ln of x plus 1 greater than 0. That ultimately gives you ln of x plus 1 less than x. So combining these two results, we get the final result. Okay? Very, very important question, frequently asking question, and frequently exam papers. Next. To show e to the power pi, this is more than pi to the power d. For this, let us consider the function f given by x to the power 1 by x in open interval 0 to infinity. Now, when x greater than 0, then x to the power 1 by x greater than 0. That implies ln of x to the power 1 by x is defined. So we have ln of fx equals to 1 by x ln x. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get 1 by fx into f dash x equals to minus 1 by x square ln x plus 1 by x square. So if you take 1 by x square common, you get 1 minus ln x. Now consider the graph of ln x. This is one where the function vanishes, and here it will be e. At e, this value will be 1. This point will be e1. So when x is more than e, as the function ln x is increasing, so it will be ln x will be more than 1. So this will be less than 0. 1 minus ln x. So you can say right, f dash x equals to fx into this. Fx is what? Fx is x to the power 1 by x. So you can write x to the power 1 by x minus 2 into 1 minus ln x. This is less than 0 for all x belongs to e to infinity. Because this is positive and this is negative, so the product is negative. So you can conclude f is decreasing. F is decreasing in the interval e to infinity. Also, look, fx is continuous in this interval. So you can write now observe that pi is more than e. Why? Because you know approximate value of pi is 3.14 and approximate value of e is 2.738. So pi is more than e. So as f is decreasing in this interval, so you can write f of pi is less than f of e. Because higher the value of x, lower the value of the function in case of decreasing function. So f of pi less than f of e. What is f of pi? F of pi is pi to the power 1 by pi less than e to the power 1 by e. Now raise both sides to the power e pi. You get pi to the power e. This is less than e to the power pi. What they have asked to prove you, e to the power pi is more than pi to the power e. Proved here. Next, let us show a function f given by fx equals to 2x plus 14 inverse x plus ln of root over of 1 plus x square minus x is increasing in R. So first of all, find its derivative. f dash x is 2 minus 1 by 1 plus x square plus root over of this, then its derivative is 2x by 2 root over of 1 plus x square minus 1. Then you get 2 minus 1 by 1 plus x square plus multiply both numerator and denominator root over of this, you get x minus root over of 1 plus x square. Here you get root over of 1 plus x square into root over of 1 plus x square minus x. Rationalize the numerator, you get this 2 minus 1 by 1 plus x square minus common, so you get this 2 minus this minus this. Okay, now calculating this way, 1 minus 1 by 1 plus x square plus 1 minus 1 by root over of 1 plus x square. You will get 1 plus x square minus 1, that is x square by 1 plus x square, and this will become root over of 1 plus x square minus 1 by root over of 1 plus x square. This will become x square by 1 plus x square plus, rationalize this, you get x square in the numerator, and in the denominator you will get this into root over of 1 plus x square plus 1. Now, from this step, you can say this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. Because x may be any real number, for any real value of x, this is positive and also this is positive, right? Greater equals 0, you can say. And that is sufficient to say f(x) is increasing in R. As we find f dash is greater equals 0 in R, so we can conclude that f(x) is increasing in R. Okay? Now in this problem, a function f is given by f(x) equals to x square minus x plus 1, and you have to show f is neither increasing nor decreasing in open interval minus 1. To show f is neither increasing nor decreasing in open interval minus 1 to 1. So first find f dash x. F dash x will be 2x minus 1, takes 2 common, x minus half. So this will be greater than 0 for all x belongs to when x is more than half. That is, for all x belongs to half comma 1, and this will be less than 0 when x is less than half. For all x belongs to minus 1 to half open. So the monotonicity of function is not maintained in this interval, because in a portion of the interval it is increasing, in a portion of the interval it is decreasing. So we can say the function is neither increasing nor decreasing in the total interval minus 1 to 1. But if we separately make conclusion, then we can say that f(x) is increasing in the interval half to 1 and f(x) is decreasing in the interval minus 1 to half. But as a whole in the interval minus 1 to 1, f(x) is neither increasing nor decreasing. Okay? Next, suppose a function f is given by fx equals to kx cube minus 9kx square plus 9x plus 3. You are asked to find values of a for which function f is increasing in R. To find k, for which f is increasing in R. For which f is increasing in R. So first find f dash x. Here f dash x is 3kx square minus 18kx plus 9. Take common 3, you get kx square minus 6kx plus 3. Now, to make the function increasing, we have to make f dash x greater than 0. Look, this is a quadratic expression, and this quadratic expression when is always positive. Remember, this type of quadratic equation always represents a parabola like this. As this is always positive, so this will lie always above x-axis, and this will happen under two conditions. One condition is its discriminant less than 0, and the other condition is coefficient of x square that should be greater than 0. Under these two conditions, this quadratic expression will always be positive. Write down the formula: ax square plus bx plus c. This quadratic expression is greater than 0 when discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac less than 0, and coefficient of x square, that is a greater than 0. This is the formula behind this. So, what is d here? Minus 6k whole square, b square minus 4 into a is k, c is 3. This is less than 0, as well as coefficient of x square, that is k greater than 0. So you get 36, 12. So take common 36k. You get k here, 36k square. You get 1 by 3 here, less than 3. 36k square minus 12k. Okay. This is less than 0. So as 36 is positive, so ultimately you get the equation k into k minus 1/3 less than 0. This will give you k lies between 0 and 1 by 3. This also says k greater than 0. So therefore, the values of k we obtained is k lies between 0 and 1 by 3, for which the function is increasing in R. So our answer is, for k belongs to open 0 and 1 by 3, f is increasing in. Okay, this is a good question. Next, function f given by fx equals to sine of 2x plus pi by 4. 2x plus pi by 4 is decreasing in interval is 3 pi by 8, 5 pi by 8. Open. 3 pi by 8, 5 pi by 8. Open. First find f dash x. dash x is 2 cos of 2x plus pi by 4. Now, when x belongs to 3 pi by 8, 5 pi by 8, that implies x is more than 3 pi by 8 and less than 5 pi by 8. Multiply both sides by 2, you get 3 pi by 4. Here it becomes 5 pi by 4. Add pi by 4, you get pi here. 6 pi by 4. 6 pi by 4, that is 3 pi by 2. So this angle lies between pi and 3 pi by 2, that is in third quadrant. And in third quadrant cos x is negative. So you can say this is less than 0 for all x belongs to 3 pi by 5 pi by 8. So we can conclude that the function is decreasing in 3 pi by 5 pi by 8. Okay. Next, let us consider the function fx, function f given by fx equals to cot inverse of sin x plus cos x. Is decreasing to show number 1, f is decreasing in 0 pi by 4 open. Number 2, f is increasing in pi by 4 pi by 2 open. Okay, so let us erase this part. Get derivative of the function f dash x minus 1 by 1 plus sin x plus cos x whole square into derivative of this becomes cos x minus sin x. So minus absorbed here, so sin x minus cos x, you can write it as root 2 sin of x minus pi by 4 divided by 1 plus sin x plus cos x whole square. Now in the first interval, when x belongs to the first interval, that is 0 to pi by 4, that implies x is more than 0, less than pi by 4. Subtract pi by 4, so you get minus pi by 4, x minus pi by 4 is 0. So when x minus pi by 4 lies between minus pi by 4 and 0, then it is in fourth quadrant and their sign is negative. So you can write f dash x less than 0 for all x belongs to the first interval, that is 0 to pi by 4. So what will be your conclusion? You can conclude that fx is decreasing in 0 to pi by 4. And then in the next part, pi by 4 to pi by 2. Right? When x belongs belongs to pi by 4 to pi by 2. That implies zero x minus pi by 4 pi by 4. This is in first quadrant, and in first quadrant sign is positive. So you can say this is greater than 0 for all x belongs to pi by 4 to pi by 2. So you can conclude fx is increasing in the interval pi by 4 to pi by 2. Okay. Next question. Show that fx equals, so the function f given by fx equals to x minus 1 e to the power x plus 1 is increasing in open 0 to infinity. So proceed in similar way. First get derivative of the function f dash x. This will be 1 into e to the power x plus x minus 1 into the power x. This is 0. Take e to the power x common. You get 1 plus x minus 1. So ultimately get x into the power x. This is greater than 0 for all x belongs to open 0 to infinity. So fx is increasing in this situation. Very simple. Now you can do the rest of the problems at your own effort and go through the problems in your textbook. Hope you can do all the problems. Okay. So we will meet in our next class, starting our discussion on the section maxima and minima. That is the last section of this chapter and very important chapter, very important section, because from that section a question of 5 marks at least comes from that section. So we will meet in our next class with the chapter maxima and minima. Till then, goodbye. Bye.